Okay, I guess we're live.
For how long? We don't know.
Yeah. Usually, you had a good stream going there last night, Paul. And
Yeah, we did.
okay, I guess we're live. Okay, cool. There we are. So anyway, say, hey, Corey Mano, good morning.
Corey is first.
Yep, Corey's first this morning. Yeah. So, anyways, 270 kilograms of more product I took to the dump this morning, Paul.
Oh,
Which,
yeah.
what's that? 2.2 pounds to a kilogram. Let's see if we can figure this out here. And right there, translate. Calculator. Cool. 270 kilograms times 2.2 equals 594 pounds. So 600 pounds I took this morning, Paul. Huh? I
Wow.
loaded. Yep. That's good stuff. Get out of the way. I got everything just about cleaned up upstairs. So when I do get the drywall, I can start smacking it up. I got to get some more screws.
We're supposed
But
to be getting light snow every other day for a week.
yeah. Yeah, no, I was thinking about going to Diane's today because it's calling for snow tomorrow. Maybe after the stream, I'll head down to Diane's. I don't know if she's home today or not. I will text her because there's a
She's a
couple of
pretty
small
pretty
hours.
much a woman on the go.
Oh, she is. Yeah, I never know if she's gonna be home. Because I got a little platform I had for standing on when mudding and taping, right? The aluminum
Yeah.
one. You know, it's about 2 feet wide and about 4 feet long. It's great for mudding. Hey, come on, AZ. And Dustin has come in too. And here
And
comes
Justin is here.
Dustin and Justin at the same time. Yeah. Okay.
How's it going, Justin?
Yeah. You're still working on it. What's up?
Can you hear us, Justin? No.
There we go.
Okay, so now you're good.
Can you hear
Oh,
us, Justin?
Yeah,
Okay.
I was just getting the chat squared away here.
Yeah.
There we go.
Hey, Dustin, how you doing?
What's up, Corey, David, Dustin?
Well, I guess Diane's not home today because she hasn't answered me yet. So, Gracie, get in. Still got to put vapor barrier on the ceiling yet, but that's true. Yep. Corey. Yeah, got to remember JDS is always first. We reserve that slot for him, right?
Wonder if they ever found those 3 women, went missing over in Mexico.
Uh-oh. Sarah's here. She's the first woman here. Okay, how's that?
Oh, it's 4 of them. 2 of them are dead.
Or for what?
Oh, those 4 women that got, kidnapped last week. Or it was like a week or 2 ago that they went
Oh.
down to Mexico, they crossed the border. And they got kidnapped, all 4 of them.
Well, there was some place there that Mexico there, the cartel went and killed 2. And rescued two, and now they're apologizing because they thought they was the wrong person. Right?
There you go, Justin.
Oh,
Why
I
not?
wish. Yeah,
I
right
ordered
there.
it.
No, you didn't.
Yes. And here's the other ones you can get. If you buy two of them packages,
You
you
get
get free shipping.
it's amazing how they can suck people in so bad. You know, a freaking battery, one of those 5 amp batteries for that drill right there. I'll tell you right now, here in Canada, it's $200 or
Yeah.
5 amp.
A set like that at Lowe's or Home Depot with that many tools would be at least
Well,
$1,200.
they prefaced it when they sent it to me that it is overstock from being leftover orders.
Yeah. But big company like, um, like Home Depot or even a hardware store and fucking buy them up like there's no tomorrow and sell them and make a big profit on them. Okay.
And here's some more of them. Unclaimed orders, warehouse orders.
Oh, God damn, who's got gas here? Holy shit, smell like shit themselves. Jesus. Oh,
Is that like a little generator or jump box too?
Some kind of something.
I don't even know what brand that is. I couldn't even get a Walmart set of frickin' Hyper Tough for that price.
Yeah.
Just for my drill and impact from Walmart were like
analyst of the website,
$70.
greatpoint.com is 1%. Under scam document.
Great Blink is what's it say about it?
Oh, fucking reviews and scams and all that shit. Yeah. I'm just looking here. Look around. There are currently no reviews for this company.
Grape.
This company does not currently have a business account. If you're owner of the company, you can open a business account. Yeah.
So anyway, I ordered it. We'll see.
What's that called? Grape what?
Greatblink.com. We'll see. I'm pretty sure it's a scam, but
Grape boy.
Sarah is first, she says. Yeah, Corey says, be funny if you get a toy version or a 3D printed figure.
Be like a Fisher Price set.
Yeah.
See, I go to grapeblink.com and they actually sell on this website, they're selling like household stuff, like kitchen type stuff,
Yeah.
like knives and watermelon peelers, but they're all reasonably priced. They're not like, you know, super low prices or anything. And then they sell like blow up things for pools and stuff like floaties, but that's all they have on their website. Like I said, it's not like they're like scam prices. It's like $10 for a blow up floaty. All like summer stuff. Mhm.
Warehouse and unclaimed orders today only, $29.99. I typed in the search box, greatblink.com.
That's the one that I found in the chat. Well, like I said, their items don't come off as scammy on that particular site, so I don't know if it's the same site or not. Because they don't have any of that kind of stuff on that one. Unless there's one more.
That's funny. So how's the weather down there, Justin?
It's nice out.
It's cloudy here with overcast skies. It snowed all day yesterday and up until about 4 or 5 o'clock this morning.
Yeah, I had to clean my vehicle off this morning to go up, so.
But you know what's so funny, Corey and Dustin? If these people actually took the time to find a product and actually sell a legit product, they could actually make a legit business. Like if they took the time and effort they put into these fake websites, they could actually make a legit business.
I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna check the credit card and see if they hit it.
Yeah, exactly, Dustin. I said if they just took the time to actually do a legit business, then they wouldn't have to be, it'd be a lot less stressful. Is that, when you're running scams, shit like that too, you're always having to change everything and did you ever hear anything about that bike?
No,
There was something else you bought too, that drone. And you said, yeah,
yep, they told me they shipped it, nothing. Okay, recent activity.
I don't know if I had money to blow, I would probably do a channel like that where I'd just buy scam shit just to show people what it is.
Yeah.
I'd do it. Cause there's a few channels actually on YouTube that I watch, that do that. They actually will buy stuff just to show you how the websites work and what
Yeah.
they're trying to sell and everything. But they'll put their own money up just to show you.
Yep, nope, they didn't hit the credit card, so. Not yet, anyway.
These people are complaining about Disney World being so packed during spring break. What were you expecting?
Do you find, I know Florida's is much stricter on it, but do you find Florida is, during spring break and when all the yahoos get there from all over the country, that the crime rate goes up?
You talking about like during spring break and stuff?
Yeah.
Not in my area, no, because I don't live in a real. I mean, we have Legoland here, but we don't have, I mean, normally that's a bunch of families coming to that.
Right.
So no, I mean, I don't really notice a big difference.
Guess what's that?
The local police and sheriff has never brought that particular problem up, so I don't think it is, no. I'm sure.
Do you see what that goofball mayor in New York has decided to do? Is they want to give all the illegal aliens come to New York and they will give them a college education.
Yeah, well. Most of them grew up in very poor towns and third world countries that they didn't have an education to begin with, so how the hell do you expect them to do college work? They didn't even have a basic elementary education.
Well, in my mind, that just means that whatever college education that they present to them, it's just a piece of paper, you know?
Oh yeah, it's gonna be crap and they're not gonna be worth a crap in the actual professional field. Cause like I said, most third world countries, you're lucky to even get an elementary education, so.
Yeah.
To be thrown into college like that, unless you're some kind of like genius savant that grew up in a third world country and shit just clicks in your head. And you get found by somebody, you know, and that's one thing, but that's super rare for something like that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But how do they expect them to do college work when they probably don't even know basic math?
Dustin says that they do have a place that does pallet sales and it's legit.
Get yeah, there's tons of places. It's the ones that sell the pallets from the big retailers, but you
Yeah.
bid on them. But you don't always get the best deal though, neither, because they'll tell you, oh, the pallets, they'll add up what everything on the pallet's worth. And they'll tell you, oh, you have $2,200 worth of stuff on this pallet guaranteed, right? And normally they're 100% right about it. That's what it would cost if you went to the store and bought all this stuff. But you might pay $1,500, $1,600, $1,800 for that pallet, so you really don't have a huge profit margin. And then you don't even know if everything works on the pallet. Half the shit could be broken, everything could be fine. So you're really taking a chance with that stuff. Sometimes you get really good deals on pallets, but I've watched a lot of guys that do it on YouTube and they only usually are about $500 from what the pallet's worth when they pay for it. And then sometimes it's a really good money maker, and sometimes it's a big loss.
Well, besides that, you get the stuff that you don't even know what the hell it is, or if of no interest to you or whatever. It's products.
Okay, so the one that Dustin goes to, they have just a straight cost for each pallet. It's $300 per pallet, no matter what it is. Yeah, that's not bad. But it could be $300 worth of dollar store shit too, you know? You're always taking a chance, no matter how good the deal is.
Do you get to
But-
inspect? Do you get to inspect the pallet before you buy it, or?
Normally, you probably won't see what's a lot on the pallet. Sometimes some of these companies will put big pieces of cardboard around the edges and then wrap it with plastic, so you don't really know what you're
Oh,
getting.
it's kind of like a damned if you do, damned if you don't. Hey, surprise package.
But they do go through it and inventory it, and they tell you how much the pallet's worth. But you don't necessarily know what's on the pallet. You might know what company it came from too, because But he, like Dustin said, it's drones, TVs and tablets. But you might buy a whole freaking pallet of TVs and then come to find out every one of them's broken. Like I said, you're always taking a chance with that. But I mean, if you got extra money and you want to go play around at a pallet sale like that, by all means, go have some fun because you never know.
Dustin says they give you 15 minutes to go in and look at it.
Yeah, most of the places don't let you do all that, but every place there's places that do it differently.
So
Have different
Dustin,
rules.
have you ever bought anything there?
But even if you know what's on the pallet, say it's a bunch of TVs, or most likely a lot of them will probably be in boxes, so you're not gonna know whether they're good or not. I don't know. I'm imagine most of the stuff's probably in the boxes if it's returns.
You know, with all the power outages here, Paul, the Detroit news station did a special report from a guy that got scammed. He bought a generator online, like eBay or whatever. And
Yeah,
he met the guy, paid for it. It was in the original packaging with the strapping on it, you know, and everything. And it was a big generator. Got it home, opened it up, and you know what was in there? Was a 50-pound dumbbell weight.
oh, Jesus.
Why didn't he open it up and look at it? Like you're already, but it's not like you're buying a collectible
Yeah.
fucking generator. I would have opened it up and inspected it before I walked off with it. That's stupid. I don't care
Yeah.
if the straps were still on it or not. I'd have told the guy, you either show me the generator or I'm not giving you the money.
That's the problem with buying online. You don't know what's real or not, especially when you spend big bucks, right?
Well, he met the dude in person. That's what I'm saying. I would have asked to look at it first.
Yep.
Yeah, but a generator is going to weigh more than 50 pounds.
Well, you know, I guess it's all perspective about it's heavy, so he figured, well, it must be in there, and
That's, like I said, it wasn't like he was buying some rare collectible that you don't want to open.
yeah.
The
He
freaking
paid-
generator.
he paid $350 for it.
I'd immediately cut that box open right before I gave him the cash and said, I want to see what it looks like, the condition of it. Now, you remember the white van scams, the ones that used to go around and sell the stereo equipment out of their cars,
Yeah.
out of the white vans? They tell you, oh yeah, we work for a company installing sound equipment and we had a bunch of excess, and they'd sell you like the cheapest audio equipment for like $500-600 and it was only worth like 100. They tell you it was like a $3,000 system or something.
Yeah, it's always a scam. It used to be big like a couple of years ago. They were talking about remember people were having their catalytic converters stolen off of their their
Oh,
car,
it's still a problem.
but you don't hear about it much anymore.
Well, yeah, but you see one guy there was crushed. What was it, yesterday, the day before, trying to cut one off? He was killed him underneath the vehicle.
Yeah, and there's been a few guys, I think at least 2 in California that they found dead under the car the next morning. Cause they got pinned under there and then nobody was there to help them. I'd have walked by and kicked the fucking jack right off from under the car.
Yeah.
And I'd have came back about 10 minutes later. Oh, you need help? Oh, I'm here. Sorry, you do something stupid like that, it's your own damn fault. I was watching this one video and this garage welded this cage around a dude's catalytic converter, but
Yeah.
then wrote FU with the welder, like welded FU into the side of the plate. Yeah, but people have been coming up with all kinds of crazy ideas for covering those things up so they can't steal them. the companies need to do is start burying those things in the car somewhere. Or put some kind of plate or something over it from the factory. But no matter what you put on there, somebody will figure out a way around it. Yep, exactly. It's not really a huge problem here in Florida, but I know like in California, they had a lot of problems with that. But see, I know in California, we had to change one of those on a vehicle about 10 years ago,
Yeah,
and we could get it for like $600 out of state for that part, right? It was like $600 or $700 for the catalytic converter. But you had to buy the one that was from California with the state seal on it. And it was like $1,400 because it had to have that state seal on it. It had to be certified through the state. And it was almost triple the price because of that.
Paul, did you show Justin the pictures of your stairway?
Oh, they seen them yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it looks really good. It's all framed out, ready to go. Are you
Yeah.
putting any insulation in the areas or are you just gonna drywall it?
No, like there was already insulation behind the walls.
So are you gonna
No,
put any in between up in the ceiling or no?
That's what I was asking, where you lowered the ceiling. You gonna add more there or no?
No, because there's about 8 inches of insulation above that, eh?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I thought about doing that, but I think it's just a waste of money. Fucking insulation's like $100 a bag right now.
In reality, though, you could actually make that a little storage area too.
Yeah, it was not much room there, so. It was only I dropped it down a foot and then the
Oh,
board
okay.
and the boards are 5.5, well, almost 6 inches. So you got like 6 inches of room between the top of the boards and the other ceiling, right? So not really enough in there to, but I had to make an access to the attic though, above that. So
Was it a new access or what?
yeah, new access. I used to have one in the bedroom, but I didn't want it in the bedroom. When I did the bedroom, I just sealed it off, but I put it in the hall, like,
Oh, so you haven't been in the attic in years, huh?
oh, for a while, a couple of years anyways.
Is there anything up there or no?
Nope, just insulation. It's
Uh,
all blown in, eh? So it's about 8 inches thick or more. Oh, it's got to even, yeah, because they're 2x12s up there and they're filled to the top. So it's got to be 10 inches of insulation. At
Never
least
know.
there's a layer on top of that too. So it's really thick, right? So
Never know what you'll find in them old houses in the attics.
yeah. No, see, uh, all the insulation was blowing in the walls and the ceilings and everything, right? I thought about putting insulation in between those two there, but I don't know.
That's like people that don't demolish some older houses that they always find crap in the walls and everything else.
Oh, yeah.
People
And
hit
see,
over
that
the
thing
years.
I took that with plaster lath, I didn't take the ceiling down because that was holding the insulation up, right? Because it's blowing in insulation. I left the plaster lath up in the ceiling. Just took it off the walls because there was no vapor barrier. And when I put the ceiling up, the drywall in the ceiling, I'll put vapor barrier there too, right? So
Did you ever figure out exactly how many pounds between the two loads you took to the dump?
well, I was 1,800 pounds up until today. So add another 600 pounds today. That's 2,200. No, 2,400 pounds, Paul.
2,400 pounds.
Well, I got 32 sheets of drywall coming, so what does that tell you? You know, each sheet weighs, the small sheets weigh 52 pounds apiece. So, 30 sheets even up there's 1,500 pounds of drywall or more. And I got 10 and 12, a lot of 10s and 12s coming. 12s are 92 pounds apiece. So I'm probably that 2,400 pounds of drywall.
Hey,
Dude.
Justin, did you see what Marshall put in there? He says he got a unit, had a lot of good stuff in it, and he made enough money to buy a Jeep Cherokee.
Oh, no kidding.
So what size drywall did you end up going with?
Hey, have a good day there, Corey.
Okay, Corey.
He's going out to the whip races today.
Ooh.
He's gonna go get, he's gonna get first place. Him and one other person racing. All right, Corey, good luck, man.
Thanks for coming in, Corey. So what's the biggest sheets of that you got, Paul? Or are they all the same size?
No, I got 2x8s, 2x9s, 2x10s, and 4x8s, 4x9s, 4x10s, and 4x12s.
The 4x12's got to be heavy.
92 pounds apiece. I
Oh.
got two of them. I only need two, but the 10 footers, I got 10-foot ceilings downstairs, right? So I got to have 10 for the walls.
What thickness did you get?
Huh?
Quarter inch?
How
So
thick is it?
Oh, half-inch drywall.
Yeah, that's a good stuff. Half inch is the way to go.
Well, but see, here in Canada, you guys got different stuff. You got what you call sheetrock. Here it's called, drywall, but it's called ultra light. I don't know why they do that, but anyways, it's actually lighter than stuff that you guys have in the States. But 4x8 sheets, like I said, 52 pounds. I think a 4x12 was 92 pounds, if I'm right. And the 4x10s, they're around 78 pounds or something. I think they were. But the nice thing about most of the 10s, they just stand straight up and down. It's not like I have to lift them up. I'm trying to do it without having any butt joints too, right? So
Over on Rodney showing that video you guys showed yesterday with the naked dude running down the street.
Yeah. That was a Canadian.
yeah, that was actually about an hour from here, Paul. It was halfway between here and Toronto.
I could tell it wasn't the US because it looked like in part of the video, there was like a cop or something that showed up right at the end. And they had that weird looking hat on that American cops don't wear. Hoping I can get some footage tonight, man. That fucking server was half shut down last night. So do a whole lot.
Bertha was shut down?
No, the server was like,
Oh, the server.
yeah, I was in there for a little bit, then they shut it down because then a bunch of people came in and started screwing around and the admins got super pissed. So
See the truck here, GMC Astro Cab? I drove one of them for years.
That's a nice looking truck.
Yeah, I used to hate that truck with a passion. To climb in the bed, you had to go up over the dash, or trying to put your pants on was impossible because you had to lay on the bed in order to put your pants on. It used to drive me nuts, but I put a lot of miles on one of them things. Wow.
So how did it work as a truck? Good?
Oh, good truck. No problem there, but
Just the layout sucked.
yeah, because the gear shift was there and they had to do any work on it. They had to tip the cab up forward and they had to take everything out of the truck because, because it would all fall up the front of up in the windshield or break it. Or,
I wouldn't wanna drive a truck where the cab tilts up, cause I have seen some nasty accidents with those kind of trucks. Where the cab gets sheared off and crap.
yeah, but you go
Oh.
to an accident, you're the first one there, right? Put the cab up, you're right behind the windshield. Like there was nothing between you and the vehicle in front of you.
Yeah, I've seen some nasty accidents with those type of trucks though, where the cabs pop up like that. Or they'll get in an accident and it just shears off the whole freaking,
Oh, front of the truck?
yeah, the whole, like body that you're sitting in that shears the whole damn thing right off the
Yeah,
top.
there's only like two hinges on the front of it that hold it.
Yeah, it's not actually I mean, if I was a trucker, I definitely wouldn't want to drive one of those type of trucks. I'd rather drive a regular 18-wheeler,
Yeah.
cause even those are not the best in accidents.
Yeah. I said you're the first one at the accident because you're so close to the windshield, like in the front bumper,
Oh yeah, cause you don't have any protection between you and
nope.
the, that's
Just a
why,
little cab. So,
yeah, see, American trucks tend to have that because we always have that big, they put the motor in the front versus like the European trucks.
Yeah.
Are usually the flat ones. I mean, it's pretty much the same as you driving one of those flat nosed buses too. One of the newer buses that don't have the front end or whatever. It's the
Yeah.
flat ones, the big flat buses. Yeah, Dustin said, yeah, my unit had a bunch of cab overs. No, thanks, I'm good.
Yeah. Yeah, I do. And you had the old Detroit Screaming 92s in them. And you're sitting on top of the engine, right?
Did you feel the heat from the engine being over top of it like that? Like, would it heat the cab up?
Oh, yeah, but you had like everything else, air conditioning and all that shit. But
How was the noise? Did you hear it?
they're insulated too to a point, but still you're sitting on top of the engine, or right almost beside it. Oh, pretty well. Not out in front of you like old ones,
Yeah, cause the buses that have the flat front, the motors are in the back, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, see,
Yeah, it's like the big motorhomes. The diesel motors are in the back.
now I've heard bus drivers say they don't tend to like those unless they're used to them because the wheels are behind you, the front wheels. So the turning's kind of weird on those.
Yeah.
You ever drive those buses?
Well, I've had school buses that had flat nose. It was kind of cool to drive actually, but you almost had to climb over the engine in order to get into the seat, right?
Oh yeah, I remember those. They had the big old hump in the middle.
Yep.
Yeah,
And the stairs coming straight up to you, they went back on an angle around behind the engine, right?
yeah, I remember those. We had some of those when I was in school. It was like a big, huge compartment.
Yeah. But they were different because you actually sat ahead of the front wheels, right?
Well, that's what I'm saying. So the turning was a little weird on those, right?
Yeah, you had to get used to it in a hurry. Yeah.
I know Sarah's mom, she doesn't like driving those. She has one of the other buses with the front end on it, but she gets put in one of those every once in a while. She don't like them because she's not used to turning on them.
Yeah. Nobody around here's got them. I don't know. They seem to be a lot bigger in the U.S. than they are down here. So,
Oh,
hey,
yeah.
Bill from Newfound Drone Production.
Hey, Bill.
What's up, Bill? Yeah, we have you see a lot of those down here.
Yeah.
You see a mixture of both, but there's a lot of both of them. School districts really aren't consistent on what style bus they have. They'll have like 2 or 3 different styles that they use.
What is that? I think Thursday morning, Paul. I don't know if I'll be around or not.
What do you got going on?
Well, a bunch of us going out for breakfast again Thursday
Oh,
morning.
okay. So it's your version of college kids spring break.
Yep, it's our break. Yep.
Yeah.
Dustin, he said he glad to go over Freightliner semi, but I've driven the cab overs when they came in and spent a weekend driving them from Chicago to St. Louis. Yeah, I had a Century class Freightliner towards the end. Everybody used to kid around with such a little guy in such a big truck. The sleeper was a condo and mackerel. They had double bunks in it, all that stuff. I just folded the bunk up, never used it, but guys, there's lots of room in that thing. I love driving that thing. It was a good truck.
Some of these trucks these guys are buying now, like the Nomad truckers, the ones that live on the road, that don't
Yeah.
actually have a house. Man, they have some nice trucks with like almost full apartment on the back of them now.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's yeah. But see, then you're limited to what you can pull for trailers, right?
Yeah, I was watching a video on some guys that were giving a tour of theirs, and they actually said that they were limited. It does limit them a little bit.
Yeah.
Because of the weight. So they
Hey,
have to
Paul,
stick to-
I got a question for you. Way back when, you never used to be able to pull double trailers. Then out west, like Kansas and those kinds of places, I saw they were hauling behind a truck like two 45-foot trailers. Do
Yep.
they allow you guys in Canada to do that?
Yeah, they just started doing it here back a couple, 3 years ago.
Okay.
But my buddy Ron, yeah, that's what he does. He pulls double trailers all the time. I think he's pulling double 48s if I'm right. But they can't go off into a town or nothing. They have to stay on main highway, and they have to go into an area where they can pull off and unhook before they can go into town. That you unhook one trailer, take it in, drop it, come back in, grab the other one, and take it in. You can't just get off the highway and go into town with their double trailer. They won't allow that. Well, it's not
Yeah.
enough streets to turn them.
This was one of them that I was looking at.
Well,
A
Mel
wife
Ford-
and
Yeah, Mel 400 AGL had one.
yeah, a wife and a husband were co-drivers,
Yeah,
and that they actually live full time in it, and it's like a
I
fucking
think-
one bedroom apartment in there.
I think the maximum you could pull was 45-foot trailer with them. Because they're so long, right?
Yeah, that's what the wife and the husband were saying. There's a specific type of freight that they have to haul because of that. But they live full time in it, so that's the reason why they went with it.
Yeah.
Because it's got a full bathroom. They don't have to go into the truck stops or anything. They got
Yeah.
a full shower, toilet, everything in there. Like I said, it's like a one bedroom apartment in there, full kitchen, everything. And then one that the wife and the husband were showing, they actually had a small garage in the back too.
No,
Had all,
Jesus.
had all their tools and everything. They could work on their truck and everything. What's up, JD? I imagine a truck like that would probably run you some money though, cause a standard 18-wheeler, you're looking at what, about $500,000?
Oh, yeah, with a trailer and everything, yeah. Well, the tractor's about 250,000 now.
Yeah,
And trailer probably about 120.
I can
Um,
imagine a truck like that probably be 500, 750,000. Easy.
oh, that kind of truck, holy crap, that one probably, yeah. Something like that, all fitted
Nothing,
up.
nothing cheap about trucks, is there?
Yeah. You used to be able to buy a truck for 120,000 at one time. I was looking to buy one, a Freightliner, work for a guy, but glad I didn't.
I mean, you're almost, you're paying, I mean, some of these trucks can run you more than what a house will cost you.
Yep.
That's why I said for a wife and husband that are team driving on the road and live full time in it. I mean, that's pretty much a house investment for them.
Well, my friend, he did that. He bought a truck, but after the warranty ran out, it was fucking costing him a fortune to fucking fix it. Wasn't making any money anymore. End up selling the truck, go work for somebody else. Hey, Wayne B, good morning. I don't think we've seen him for a day or two, have we, Wayne B?
No,
No, he was in the chat earlier.
Oh, was he? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, way up there calling the herds. Okay, sorry.
That was when we were talking about kicking the jack stand out from under the car. He was like
Are you
calling the
talking
herd.
about JD? Yeah.
JD.
Yeah. Uh, yeah, I was just talking to my sister Diane. They're texting her back and forth. So I got to go to my brother's, pick up some stuff to take down to Diane. I'm going to get there. So I'm going to go down while my truck is empty so I can get some stuff. Oh, I got to take my drill with me too in case I got to take some wood apart or something. So I used up pretty well most of the wood I got now for building a bridge. For working about the stairway. So I need some more wood. I got some more wood.
Here you go, Paul, something for you to buy. Paul, can you hear me?
What, he freeze up? Oh no, he walked away.
Oh, okay.
What are you gonna do with that?
Well, for the money, $3,150, be fun just to drive it around.
Making it back over here.
That looks probably
Damn dogs.
maybe 80s, early 90s style.
1977.
Oh wow, that old? I was thinking more 80s.
Yeah, Paul looked good styling and profiling in that, wouldn't he?
Oh, there you go.
Here's one. Old fire rescue truck runs and drives. 13.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, hold on, Dustin, let me find him.
I forgot I even had this. Hey, Paul. Look at that. Beware of the dog.
He bought this guy originally bought this to change it, train it. Oh, there you go, Justin. He bought into a food truck, but I didn't have time to mess with it. Runs and drives bought it in Lima, Ohio, and drove it to Marysville, Michigan, which is just south of me. It has 2 side doors that roll up and a back door works as it should. Some of the lights work, but not all. 1,800 or best offer.
But yeah, but he dropped it down to 13,000 now.
Yeah.
That's just a fire rescue truck. Those doesn't have anything in it, like pumps or anything.
Looks like pretty good shape though, the body.
Yeah. Wow. You know.
Most fire trucks are, the bodies are good, you know?
2 miles a gallon.
There's the inside.
What's up, Wedge and Big? How you doing, man?
Huh.
Here's some pictures Dustin sent from when he was in, I believe this was Iraq.
Widgeon Big? Who's that? Widgeon Big? I never seen them.
That's Paul. He has a channel.
Yeah, wagon
He
big.
does a live show every week.
Oh, cool.
That's one of the trucks he drove, and there's a picture of him and some local kids.
Hey, there you go. Party wagon for a drone meetup. Yeah.
Makes a good pressure washer, I know, right? You just pull up to somebody's house and just take their siding and everything right off. One shot. I've seen some people do some really cool conversions with old school buses, where they make them into RVs.
Yep.
I've been watching a couple on YouTube the last couple weeks. They've been posting videos of them doing a conversion on theirs. That was Dustin's truck. Drone meetup party wagon. That he could build a sandcastle instead of visiting the beach like a normal American. That's funny, Paul. I got 3 Pauls now
Yep.
in here. Got 2 on the panel and 1 in the chat.
Yeah.
Here you go, Paul.
2016 Freightliner. Yeah.
22,000 is all there
Yeah.
is.
Got 870,000 kilometers on it.
Yep.
That's about 500,000 miles, which ain't really that bad.
Oh no,
No, because I would imagine it's been well taken care of.
well, most trucks too, on average, they'll do 1.5 million miles in their lifetime, won't they?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You must get the whole thing, including the back.
Yeah.
That seems a little cheap, man. There's got to be something with that.
Yeah. Because that's for that trailer's got to be worth that. Because that's a refrigerated trailer.
Wonder if the motor is blowing or something.
Brand new steer wheels, 80% drive tires, just jackknife last year.
So there might be like a frame or something might be bent on it or something. Like I said, there's got to be something to that thing for that cheap a price. They're probably selling it for more parts than anything, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I'm thinking so
Because
too.
if it jackknifed, then most likely there's probably the frame or something's probably bent on it.
Something's not right.
And it's something that wouldn't be worth fixing, but it would be worth selling for parts. Part it out.
Well, yeah, if you had that same truck and wanted to use it for parts, yeah.
Yeah. Because like Paul said, that's actually low mileages for a truck. I mean, like I said, if I'm not mistaken, an average 18-wheeler will get 1.5 million miles within its lifetime on it. So that's not that many miles on that thing. I mean, most cars you'll get most people will get 200 to 400,000 miles out of a car. So.
Hey. Stop
Oh,
chewing.
you damn right, Red's big. Damn right. Oh, that's what my uncle did, David. He actually bought an 18-wheeler trailer and made a 2-bedroom apartment inside of it. It had 2 bedrooms, a living room, a full kitchen, full bathroom, and then it had an upstairs loft that could be like a third bedroom that he built at the very back of the trailer, up over the kitchen area.
Yeah,
It's like a little upstairs loft. It was big enough for like 1 or 2 people to sit up there. But at any time, he could have it hooked up and moved wherever he wanted. It had the whole septic system, water system built in it. I mean, it was pretty much a mobile house.
Yes.
He just didn't have the truck to move it. He had it parked in his yard and built it in there.
Oh, yeah. You figure you got a 52-foot trailer, 8 feet wide. What? You'd make a nice house out of it.
What about, let's say about what, how tall are those trailers? About 12 foot inside?
No, 8 feet, because you gotta remember they go 13 feet overall, like 13.6. It's about 8 feet high inside.
but the overall height of the whole trailer is 13 and a half feet.
You gotta remember, you got the, tires underneath and all that shit, right? But you can buy trailers that they haul light loads, they got smaller wheels on them, but a bigger box on them, and they're a fifth wheel. They haul foam and shit like that. They bulk up more than they have in weight, right?
Oh yeah,
And
we
they-
were,
Low dock heights,
yeah, we were talking about that, David. People making nice little houses out of old shipping containers.
Did you
And you
see
could-
what Wagenberg put in the chat?
Yeah.
But if you buy one of those old shipping containers and actually buy the truck that picks them up,
Yeah,
now those trucks that pick them up, they come and it just slides right up on the top. Yeah, you could technically have yourself a mobile home and you'd be able to drop your home wherever you wanted.
yep. Have some kind of hydraulic system where you can drop it on the ground or pick it back up again.
Well, there's some people that actually make homes out of, just the shipping containers themselves, putting them side by side and stacking them and racking them.
Well, think about it too. I mean, shipping container homes are probably a lot tougher too than a standard home. I mean, you got,
Oh, yeah, you wouldn't get a roof blown off or earthquake collapsing on you or,
no,
yeah.
because they're just solid steel boxes
Right.
with like 1/4-inch thick steel plates on the sides of them. I mean, yeah, those things aren't gonna go anywhere. Like, I would probably feel safer if I had like 2 or 3 shipping containers on the ground and had them welded together as one solid unit and built a house out of them. I'd feel safer in that during a hurricane than I would a fucking regular house. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Oh,
Especially if you had it on actual cement footings and had it strapped into the ground and had 2 or 3 welded together. Yeah, that thing ain't gonna go anywhere. Put that thing on like a 5-6, like a freaking 2-3 foot thick cement slab and bolt it into the slab. Yeah, that thing ain't gonna. You'd be good sitting pretty. Oh,
Hey,
Ron,
look who's here. Hey, Ron.
hey,
Yeah.
Ron, wow.
how you been?
It's been a rough several weeks.
Well, we figured something going on, so.
Yeah. I just wanted to pop in here with you guys this morning and just make sure there was no what's the word I want to look for, misunderstandings or anything. I know sometimes when people kind of disappear, they think, oh, they're mad at someone or whatever.
Well, what did I do wrong? Yeah.
Yeah. And I just want to make sure that you guys know that absolutely 100% nothing.
Well, we would be honest, Ron, we figure it's a health issue, so.
Yeah, it's several things.
It's okay.
But
You don't have to tell us that.
I just you know, I actually got a compliment. I'm kind of mixing up my words, but I got a compliment like David and Laura. They're going through some heavy shit, and you know, they're kind of remaining positive and everything. I, on the other hand, have a different personality, and I don't. Sometimes I just can't be around people, and
Yep.
that's kind of the reason I disappeared. And everybody's live streams is about, you know, coming in and having fun and chatting and exchanging ideas, and I didn't want to bring kind of any negativity onto your stream, Paul, or anybody else's. And I just yeah. I'm hoping as of yesterday that things got turned around. I really can't talk about it right yet.
Yep, that's fine.
Monday.
Don't worry about it.
It was 100%, but there's gonna be some life change. What's that?
I said every day that we get to see you, that's even that a bonus.
And I miss hanging out with you guys, and
Well, just always remember, no matter you get down or you get confused or you want to push away, just remember on the other side of that door are people that care about you, Ron.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
I've just over the past month, I've been through everything from severe depression to anxiety attacks. I've never experienced either one of those before, and I think truly I did.
Yeah.
So
Hey, Ryan, you see the mess I'm making?
no, what'd you do?
Right there.
He used to have the stairway going upstairs, used to hook like this and go around,
Oh.
and he couldn't get things up and down the stairs.
And then now I got 32 sheets of drywall being delivered on Monday.
Wow.
Good. I've been busy
He's doing it all himself too, Ron.
Wow. You getting one of those lifts, Paul, for the
Already got one. I've had it for years.
oh really?
Yeah, I used to do rentals, so yeah.
Hey, you goofball.
Even if I didn't have one, my buddy's got one, but no, I got mine. It's upstairs right now, all assembled, ready to go. I want to make sure it was still good, so.
Yeah.
I've only got 5 sheets to put on the ceiling. The rest are all going on walls, so.
Yeah. Well, yeah, guys, I just wanted to explain that real quick. And
Yep, no problem. Yeah.
Justin, thanks Sarah for me. She kind of reached out a couple times. And
Well, to be honest, I only didn't reach out because a couple people that had reached out to you had already talked to me, so I just kind of just wanted to give you your space, so I kind of,
appreciate it.
it was that group thing you sent out, you know? You remember? Where 2 or 3 people contacted you and you sent the same message to them all.
Oh, yes, yeah.
So they shared it with me, so I knew what was going on, and I just kind of left it at that. I didn't want to bother you.
Okay, all right.
And then Sarah wanted to reach out to you, so I told her to go ahead. She's in the chat though, so she heard what you said.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm hoping Monday is turnaround point. I think what I'm gonna do this weekend, something I haven't done in a long time. I actually have the next couple days off with absolutely not a whole lot of anything to do, and I think I'm gonna charge up all my batteries on everything I have and go down to the reservoir and do some flying, maybe some photography. And
Awesome.
I haven't flown, I bet you, in a month. Yeah, but I've been busy too, so. But I'm off all next week from the school bus because we're on March break, right? So. But I still got signs, but it's starting to pick up. I got to go inside our arena and change a sign here first of the week, so. But I'm waiting for my delivery of drywall first, so. Supposed to be coming Monday, I don't know what time, so. I'll call them Monday morning and see when they're gonna deliver it, so.
Oh, then I had, oh God, I hit that deer back in December with my truck.
Yeah.
So I put it went to the body shop February 20th. And my auto insurance gives me a rental car for X amount of days.
Yeah.
So the rental car people come over to the body shop. It was like a mile away. They picked me up. And I asked the young kid that picked me up, I said, please tell me this is not the car you're giving me. It was a Toyota Corolla.
Oh, it's just a little tiny thing.
And he said, yeah, unfortunately, yes. So we pull into the parking lot of the car rental, and there is a Chevy. Oh, shoot.
Silverado.
No, it was a mid-sized all-wheel drive SUV.
Huh.
And I said, I'd really like to have that because right as all that's taking place, we are getting one of those nasty storms that came out of California. And
Oh, yeah.
it's bad.
Trey got hit hard.
Yeah, that was that storm.
Yeah.
And so the rental car people say, oh, sorry, you cannot upgrade to that vehicle because your insurance company only allows blah, blah, blah. I'm like, she goes, you'll have to get approval. So I call the insurance company, nobody answers, nobody calls me back. I'm stuck with this Corolla and I have to go to work in a couple of hours. The interstate is shut down in Wyoming from Spearfish, South Dakota, all the way through the middle part of Wyoming. I'm like, oh shit, the only ways are the back ways. So I knew some back roads, 8.5 hours to get to work.
Oh, what? Normally 4.5, isn't it?
Yeah.
4.5.
Route 4, yeah, a little over 4.
How about taking the scenic route?
Oh my God. It really wasn't distance wise, it wasn't really hardly any longer, but 25, 30 mile an hour, getting stuck. That car got stuck so many freaking times in that 2-week period. And then one day last week, we got another storm. I'm in the parking lot of the apartment up there in Dickinson. I get so badly stuck, and then I come out looking around the car. I carried a shovel with me. I'm shoveling out. I've got a flat tire. So there I am in 3 feet of snow, 10 below zero, changing a tire. And I'm like, that's it. So I go to the Enterprise rental in Dickinson. And I said, I need to exchange this car for something. And you can do that. Like you can be at any enterprise and exchange at any other enterprise.
Right.
So they gave me a Chevy something or another. I forget what it was, but man, what a great little car. All-wheel drive. But yeah. Then I find out while I'm in Dickinson that the little gal in Dickinson said, why didn't they give you something like this before? She goes, according to your insurance, you could have had a mid-sized SUV. She goes, they screwed you in Gillette, Wyoming. I'm like, okay.
Thank
I'm
you.
gonna chat with them about that.
Oh, I got myself a new work truck finally, Ron.
You were supposed to upgrade. I'm trying to remember what you were supposed to go to.
Well, I had the Jeep Patriot, and over the last couple of weeks or whatever, I was threatening to leave the company, and so they ended up giving me a raise. But I also the head boss from he was my boss's boss
Right.
came all the way to Florida just to meet with me and 2 other techs about to discuss what issues we're having and what he can do to fix them. And I told him, I said, I hate my truck. I said, it's a safety concern. It keeps freaking stalling out in the middle of the highway. I said, I've taken it to the dealership. I've taken it to Tire Kingdom. Nobody seems to ever fix it. I was like, I need something else. I was like, and I need more money. I said, that's my two biggest concerns. So he's looking into the money situation now, and he ordered me one of the newer compasses, the Jeep compasses.
You have that Patriot now or something?
Yeah, the Patriot.
Yeah.
Those things are just money pits, man.
Yeah.
Playing everything. Those things are in the garage all the time. But he got me a low mileage compass from Texas and is having it shipped out to me. So I just have to wait for it to get here. He said it'd be about a week or two before it gets here. And I get another raise in April too.
Oh, good.
Because I told him I was threatening to leave the company, and then when they found out, they my one boss didn't do anything, but then the other one came to me and was like, I'm not losing you over a couple dollars more an hour. He's like, no, he goes, the time it would take to find somebody and train somebody else, he goes, dude, that would be stupid.
You know, that's sometimes I think companies don't think, you know, you get somebody like you show up for work every day, you're trained, you know, they put that money into your training. Try and do something to hold on to who you have.
Right,
know,
exactly.
The people will try and skim and say, oh, you know, I'll hire this kid for $5 an hour less or something. And you know, I don't know. I don't get it.
Hey, Ron, not to change the subject from employment, but did the insurance company that screwed you over and they said wouldn't pay for an upgraded car? Did the agent ever call you?
That's another thing. And again, it may be different for like Paul Murray, like you. I don't know about Paul Hodges or like you and Justin might be similar. The whole insurance company thing, because of where I live, based on somebody like you and Justin, you're in a highly populated metropolitan area.
Yeah.
They told me that they didn't have an adjuster for my area. And the communication with my insurance company was absolutely 500% horrible. They only like to communicate by text. They won't answer phone calls. They won't return phone calls.
Is it a national company?
Yeah, Geico. And they had me take pictures of the truck, send it through a app on the phone. And I just had to make so many phone calls to find out what do I do next and how do I do this and that. Finally, one day I really lost my cool and I called Geico, got just a regular agent, and I said, whatever you got to do, you work me up to the top. I said, because I am at the end of my rope with you people and how this whole process is. And they finally got me up high up on the food chain. And I spoke to somebody and I said, you know what, I've had an accident claim before, and I know you guys are going to send me out a survey and say, how was your experience with Geico? I said, you don't want me to fill that out right now. Or the, you know, anyhow, finally, after I think that person called my adjuster and said, get off your ass and call this guy, communicate with him. He called me finally. I'm talking after a month of call, nothing. And he finally called me and I really laid into him. He said that number one, they extended because the truck took longer than expected. And they paid for the upgrade of the vehicle as well. So, but it took, you know, making a phone call and barking and.
Yeah,
You know,
the greasy wheel
sometimes that's
gets
what it takes.
grease. The squeaky wheel gets grease.
Yeah. But
Did he apologize or anything, or?
yeah. I'm like, dude, I'm not asking for the world. I'm asking for something simple. Just some phone call once in a while. You know, do your job. And in talking to the
The higher up?
the body shop, they said that is so standard today. Said the communication with the insurance companies is absolutely horrible. They try to get out of paying and this all sorts of things. Even simple things like one day this check showed up at my house from Geico. I'm like, what the hell is this? I had to make 10 phone calls. What is this check for? It was made out to me and the bank that I used to mortgage the truck through. And when I went to give it to they said, well, finally I got a hold of them. They said, we'll give it to the body shop. I gave it to the body shop, said we can't cash this. You know, so I had to try and 10 phone calls to Geico again saying, make the check out to the body shop, not me. It just, like I said, it was one comedy of error after another, and not a good process. The bottom line is though, the truck's back, it's fixed.
So Justin has a new target now, is that?
he has a new truck.
So your truck, you just got it all paid off too, didn't you?
Yeah, it's paid off.
Is this a problem because people are working from home?
You know, I think so. I bet you that is a lot of it. And you know, like Gillette, like I said, it's only half an hour from here. It's a pretty good sized town. I can't believe that they don't have an adjuster.
Yeah.
There. And that could have came to, you know, again, I don't know when the last time any of you had to get a claim, but usually you go to meet, or they come meet you, or they go to
The body shop, yeah.
body shop or whatever. And they do, you know, when I was in that real bad accident 3 years ago, they actually communicated with the body shop very, very well. But things have, and I told them things have changed over the last 3 or 4 years.
Yeah. Because I think people are working from home, but the thing is, the person you're dealing with, then they have to go back to another person or two in order to get all these approvals that are just taking too long, not just being in the office going da 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 da, right? I think it's a lot of the problem.
Yeah.
But it's funny, when I was out in British Columbia, they had an insurance company out there called ICBC. If you were involved in an accident, right from the accident scene, that vehicle was taken to a reporting center. And from there, it went to a body shop or it went for scrap, and they paid you off. Yeah, it was like instant. It was that
No
same day.
ifs, ands, or buts.
But that was Insurance Corporation of British Columbia. But they were actually one of the cheaper insurance companies. But like I said, tow truck right from the accident scene, they'd take it right in to a building there, and there'd be a guy right there, assess them right there on the spot. Either it's a write-off or it can go for repairs, and it go right. Sometimes they wouldn't even unhook it from the police car. They said, "No, it's scrap." So, you know, if they had to involve a little bit more, they'd drop it and then go over it a little bit better. But usually the same day, you come from the accident, go right directly to that place, and they make a decision that day.
Yeah.
Well, Ron, even with all the weather, I know you've been getting hammered out there. That the weather and everything else, plus this hassle you're going through with the truck, I think you're doing better than you think you are, because there's a lot of people, it'd take them over the edge.
But
They'd be out there with a gun and say, "Come here, you mother."
the thing I want to know, though, Ron, the critters.
You know, I here's what I'm guessing. Being the time of year, I think all the mamas are in the woods
Okay.
having babies. I've got that one little one that was out here this morning. I've had a big pile of corn out there for 3 days, and it's been sitting there. I drove up around the corner the other day, and I saw 5 different buck laying in the woods. They're not hanging around with the does right now. And my only guess is these pregnant females, they get bitchy.
Yeah.
They get mean. so the bucks are staying away from
Yeah.
them. But yeah, I haven't. Hardly
So you're
seen-
not getting a herd there at the house like you used to.
Mm-mm. That'll change. Part of it is, for about up until yesterday, I don't know how many inches. I mean, here's the funny thing was I kept throwing corn out. But there was, I don't know, 8, 10, 12 inches of snow out there along the deck. And the corn was there, it just was buried in the snow. Well,
But they would know it's
yesterday we had 50-mile-an-hour winds and all that snow got blown away. You wouldn't believe how much corn's out there.
there.
Um,
Gonna be growing corn stalks or
I'll
something.
be growing, yeah, I have my own cornfield. But there's one little, small little, I think he's a buck, little
Yeah.
guy. He looks like the runt.
Yeah.
He's
Maybe
out there right
yeah,
now.
twice as many.
But yeah, I haven't seen much.
I must be bringing the babies this summer.
I think, when the weather breaks a little bit, and
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hate to run, but I gotta go. I gotta go down. I gotta go to my brother's, and then I gotta go to Diane's. So I gotta pick up some stuff I need for first of the week. So they're calling for snow again tomorrow. So I want. It's a nice day. Roads are good right now. So
Hey, you got a couple more storms coming there too, don't you, Ron?
yeah, I have to look at the weather. Would not surprise me.
yeah, yeah, we got a lot of snow in the last couple of days again. So
My friend Don was over in California. He just got home yesterday. He was stuck in California for an extra week and a half.
Yeah.
He was running out of his medication. He was having a hard time getting the local oxygen place to deliver oxygen to him.
Yeah.
But because Lake Tahoe and Donner Pass, you couldn't get through it.
oh, geez, yeah, Donner Pass, yeah.
Yeah. He just got home yesterday. I went up to his house a couple hours before he got home yesterday and shoveled off all his porches and decks and everything. And made sure he unloaded his truck for him and yeah.
Good. Anyways, guys, we'll catch you
Okay,
all.
Paul, we'll see you later.
All tonight. So,
Okay.
yep, bye. Oh, don't want to leave. There it goes. Good.
But,
Oh, man.
you off this weekend, Justin?
Yeah. I got been training a guy all week this week, and then he went home for the week or for the weekend, and then he'll be back Monday for another week of training. He actually lives about 15 minutes past Yulee where I was going up. He got the Tico contract for Jacksonville. So now our company has contracts with 2 out of the 4 biggest utility companies in Florida. So
I've been lurking with you guys from time to time, but I saw that you're trying to get DJ on with you.
yeah, he's out. He has the job.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he just had to call and let him know he wanted it. They told him to take a couple days to think about it. Because the problem is they were offering $18 an hour for locators down in West Palm Beach, which is about 3 hours from me. And they couldn't get any bites for jobs. So then they upped it to $22.50 an hour to try to get people to come in. And like 9 people applied for the position, had interviews, and none of them showed up.
Really?
They are not, well, we don't really technically do interviews. What they do is they go for a ride along and then they call back and say, yeah, I want the job. They take them on like a ride along for a few hours. Just kind of ride them around, show them what they do. And none of the 9 people ever called back and said they wanted the job.
Really?
And so I had TJ fill out an application the other day when we were on the live stream. His wife helped him fill it out. And they called me while we were on the live stream the next day and asked me if pretty much they were getting my endorsement for TJ. I told him to go ahead and do it, so I told TJ to go ahead and call him back. He said he called him up to message yesterday. For Brian, which is the head guy from Florida. So we'll wait and see. But yeah, he pretty much has the job, so. He was, the only thing TJ was worried about was he had a couple things on his driving record. They weren't like DUIs or nothing like that, nothing crazy. But I guess he had a moving violation for a rear
Had an
end.
accident.
But I told him, I said, the worst case scenario, you're just not gonna get hired. You'll be in the same boat you are now, but don't go into it thinking you're not gonna get hired because of that. A lot of times jobs when it's driving records, they're looking for DUIs, like serious shit.
Drug stuff and yep.
Right.
Yeah. I think what you had mentioned, I know local mechanic here that I use, he's so shorthanded, and he said he has people wanting to interview every week. And he said they'll come in the interview and they don't show up, and basically what that is if you're on unemployment, you
Yep.
have to do so many interviews, like a month or a week or something like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
Well, and that's the thing too, is like, we have that same problem down here because you have to apply for like, I think 2 or 3 jobs a week,
yeah,
but you don't even have to actually prove that you went and did anything. All you're really saying is I applied here. They don't look into it to see if you actually did it. Some will
Right.
do it just to do it, but yeah, that's an issue everywhere.
Hmm.
Oh,
Hmm.
Sean said, what's up to you too? He's in the chat. Rob.
I haven't seen Sean for a while.
But yeah, a lot of companies are having issues with that, getting people. I mean, like I said, they're offering pretty decent money. I mean, $22.50 in West Palm, that's good money.
Yeah.
Well, that plus it comes with a company truck
Right. You
and
get
a
car-
company tablet and everything. He does everything, all of his recording on a tablet or PC or.
Yeah, well, they're doing, some people still have the Dell laptops, but they've been transitioning a lot of people they're going to iPads now.
Yeah.
Because we're already using iPhones, so.
Will TJ be kind of doing the same thing you're doing, or?
No. I'm more of an inspector. TJ is gonna be more
A locator.
line locating, yeah.
In other words, he's the guy that's gonna go out, Ron, before they dig up the ground, put the marks in the ground or the little flags or whatever.
Right. I do all the inspections, but there's only a few of us through the whole state. Like, there's way more locators. Like here in my area, we have 4 locators and I'm the only inspector.
Well, he might even be doing what you said before, like painting the meters, right?
I mean, it depends. Like, it's one of those things that wherever they need you, that's probably what they're gonna hire you for. So. If they need somebody that does meter reading, then they'll put him there. They'll pretty much let him know when he goes to start what he's getting trained for.
Did he make the phone call? It seemed like he was lollygagging the other day about.
Yeah, he was lollygagging.
Yeah, because no, like 3 or 4 of us actually called him at 8 o'clock yesterday morning and told him to call. I did, Laura did, and I think 2 other people called him.
Well,
too.
I think he's afraid. He's afraid to get turned down.
Yeah, but you got to go for it though.
Yep.
And it's a job that TJ's not gonna feel like because I think a lot of TJ's thing working the retail, I don't think he feels like it's a respectable job. And he wants something that I think.
Hey, he works the liquor counter.
Right, and and I understand that, right? It's like, if you're in your 30s or 40s working at McDonald's, you're not gonna feel like the best person in the world, right? Because it's not really all that great of a job. It's more of a high school type position. You know what I'm saying? I think that's where TJ's at in his mind, which I understand, but you gotta go for a better job. I mean, you pretty much have it, so go for it, you know? So,
Yeah, he needs to get out of that liquor store. That's actually not a safe environment. Liquor stores. The retail
Not
theft
good.
there and crime. It's not good.
well, I'm saying, and it's like I said, I think TJ will feel better once he starts.
Feel better
'Cause
about
he-
himself. Yep.
Right, cause he's gonna feel like he has a job that's a respectable job, that people aren't gonna look at him as like, oh, you have a dead end job. I
Right.
think he kinda has that mindset where he thinks people look at him that way or something. Cause I understand that, like, well, that's one of the reasons why when I was working at Walmart, I moved up so quickly because I didn't wanna be just a regular employee. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that was the same thing because, and I would never work fast food, I'm sorry. But like, I can't do it. Like, it's just not my thing. That's a high school type job. Like, I understand if somebody's retired and working at, like, fast food or doing something like that, but as just some extra income, but
Yeah, or like in your case, you were with Walmart. You know, the door greeters, they're usually seniors retired looking to do something for a few hours and, you know.
right. Yeah, but I'm always trying to move up as if I can, but like I just got another certification too, so about well, it was about a week and a half ago or so.
Really?
I got a certification to do all the line markers and do the rewiring for those and everything. To run the wires.
Do you get raises like with different certifications and stuff? And
No, but that definitely helps when they go to do your reviews to give you raises.
oh, I see.
And then I also told, I talked to the guy that flew out to talk to us. I told him, I said, I don't mind training people. I said, I actually enjoy training people. I said, so if you guys want to throw me some extra money and send people down here while I'm training them, you pay me a little extra. I said, I don't mind doing that. I said, because the problem is, I said, you guys send people to areas to train and it has nothing to do with the job that they're doing. I said, you guys continuously send people down to West Palm Beach to train for leak survey. And they send them with locators all day and they teach them locating. It has nothing to do with what they're doing. So they don't learn anything. I said, you guys waste sending somebody down there for a week in a hotel to what? They haven't learned nothing. So why are you doing that? Like I said, you could just send them to me, throw a little extra on my paycheck during the training process. And then they go back and they know what they're doing. And the two people that were there with me were both people I trained.
Hmm.
And they both told him, they were like, yeah, he's really good at it. They were like, we've learned everything we needed to learn. And when we went into the job, we didn't feel like the guy that I'm training now is still kind of new, but he's already comfortable to where he feels like he'll be good on his own. And the other girl that I trained, Hazel, she said the same thing. She goes, I only trained with him for a few days and she goes, the whole time I was in West Palm Beach, I didn't learn anything. She goes, I was with him for a few days and she's like, I was ready to go after that. So I just understand the machines and all that, how everything works, the process.
That helps. Yeah.
So we'll wait and see. Like I said, this guy's already, I mean, everything that he said he was going to work on and look into, he's already sent all the emails out to everybody and included me in the emails so I know what's going on. And within just an hour or two after he left breakfast with us, he had already sent the email requesting I get a new truck to the fleet manager, and she was already in the process of getting me one by the next day. So it wasn't like he was just blowing smoke up our ass, he actually.
Well, the other thing, the other process was, Justin, is that you never turned them down when they sent you up to the Georgia line or to here to there, whatever. You said, "Okay, I'm in. I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it."
Right, I did it every time they asked me to. So. Yeah, and so far they've given me $1 more an hour, and then he's also looking into, like he said, he was gonna dig into it a little bit more and see what else he can give me, plus I get another raise in April, so.
Like training bonuses too, and that kind of thing. Yep.
Yeah, he said he was gonna take a look into everything and see what he could do for me, so. And like I said, within just a couple hours after leaving the thing, because the whole time we were there, as he was discussing everything with us, he was on his phone getting emails ready to go. He was typing everything in his notes app, going over everything. And then within a couple hours, we were all getting notifications that he sent out emails to everybody that needed to get the emails.
I see Mr. First is in the chat, JDS. Well, some things, Ron, never change. You might seem like you've been gone a long time, but JDS is always first, you know.
I think I'm gonna try and eat some good food this weekend. I lost 10 pounds since I saw you guys last.
Oh, wow.
You just have not been able to eat.
Got to take care of yourself, my friend. Take care of yourself.
It's bad. I just don't ever remember going through anything like this before. And I was sucker punched. And I didn't see that bullet coming.
Well, you know, the thing of it is JD made the comment. I don't know if you saw it in the chat. He says, I had a total breakdown a few years ago when I had I had to threaten to leave my job in order to keep work at home status, anxiety, and all that. Majority freaked out. Anxiety medication helped him big time. So it's not, you know, everybody's different, Ron, but you know, everybody goes through periods where it's like, what the hell's going on? What the hell's going on?
Yeah, I just and I do want to share this all with you. I just want to wait a little bit longer. You know, I think you'll kind of understand.
Yeah, well, you just want you to understand too. Everybody's with you, Ron. Everybody likes you. You're part of the group and always will be, no matter what status you're in. You can always count on us being behind you. Okay.
But like I said, the only scary part, like I said, I want to be careful. I don't want to blurt too much of my stuff online, but man, I was having some bad thoughts at one point. I was that bad. And I can remember many a days pacing the floors in here and just my hands shaking. And I've never, you guys know me, that's not me, you know.
Yeah. Well, we're here for you, Ron. If anybody can, if you need anybody, you just want to chit chat with anybody, I'm sure everybody's available. Even Dre has asked about you, not only just Dre, but all the regulars. You know, there isn't a live stream we don't do that sooner or later somebody says, hey, has anybody heard from Ron? How's he doing? You know, and
That's come up quite a bit.
Yeah.
Like I said, my main thing, guys, this morning, I didn't want any misunderstandings, thinking, hey, somebody did something wrong or said something wrong, that, you know, it just, so I think what I'm going to do this weekend is just, like I said, got a bunch of mail here, and
yeah, you got to take care of you, my friend, and get yourself a good. What's your favorite meal in the world? Get it.
yeah.
You know.
Oh,
You don't have to cook it yourself. You know, get whatever you need, my friend.
I want a steak now. You guys talking about food?
Justin wants a steak. Gumi, how you doing?
But how is everybody over? I saw David, or Dave Enos.
Dave Ennis, yep, he's doing good. He's thinking about moving out of Columbia. You know, he's in that senior housing complex, and he's thinking he wants to go maybe buy a small little house of his own out of town. But there's, you know, that's a double-edged sword. Dave doesn't get around that well, and so then he's going to have something to take care of, you know. And also, he's 20 miles out of town and he doesn't drive. So, he's going to be more isolated. But I told him, Dave, you got to decide and you do what you feel is best for you.
Yeah.
But he's doing much better.
The other thing I really feel bad about, Paul, is that, and I guess maybe it's a weak point with me. I mean, everybody's different, but when you sit and think about it, there's always somebody worse off than you.
Oh, yes.
It's just how you choose to handle it.
Yep.
And maybe I wasn't handling things as good as I should have. But I
Take inventory where you're at and just keep moving forward,
yeah.
You'll do just fine.
Yeah, I think that phone call yesterday I got maybe a turning point. Yeah, but I'll learn more on Monday.
Another life challenge. Yep.
Yeah. So
Okay, everybody. On that note, I think I'm going to call it. Ron, you're looking tired and hungry all at the same time.
yeah, I haven't slept in a month.
Yeah. Try and get some rest. Try and get something good that you want to eat, not just to put in your stomach, but that you can go, oh, that's great. Oh, I like that.
Yeah. Anyhow, thanks for letting me vent.
Okay, Ron, thanks for coming in. You're always welcome, and we'll see you when we see you. But just keep in touch. Try and conjure up some happy thoughts. Like you said, you're on the right track when you said there's always somebody out there that's worse off than you are.
I mean, look at Matt. That's a perfect example.
Yeah, it's true.
All right.
Yep.
I'll see y'all later.
Okay, everybody. We'll see you again. I'll be on again tonight if you're out and about, Ron, and you want to jump on.
Okay. All right. Thank
Okay.
you, Paul. See you
Take
later.
care,
guys.
everybody in the
Later.
chat. Thanks for being here. We'll see all of you again next time.
See everybody in the chat.
Bye for now.